ladies, I'm back. Okay, let's give this a plan B. So, if you can see me, if you can hear me, please let me know. Type in the chat that you are here. And awesome, awesome. Cool, cool. So it looks like everything is working fine. Facebook is telling me everything is live. If you're here, could you pop back in again and just let me know that you're here and let me know that everything is going okay? Let me know that you can see me. Let me know that you can hear me. I know we had Kim and Monica and Rin and Amy and Jessica and Valerie and Ruth joining me before. So if you are joining me live again, go ahead and just type in the chat that you're here. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, let me know where you're coming from. Tara Cassidy, awesome, all is okay here. Yay! Awesome, awesome. Andy, oh, Andy's here too. Great. Amy's back. Andy's here. Great. See you, hear you. Beautiful. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so again, if you're here, go ahead and type in hashtag live or let me know that you're here. Jessica, here, I can see, hear you. Video is still cutting in and out, but it's only for 1 second. All right. Kim's back, Heidi's back, Lisa Marie's back. Here, here, here. Okay, great. All right, ladies, we are just going to keep going forward. Hi, Caitlin. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. And if the video cuts out or cuts me off, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. I want to make sure that you get all of this information. So not a big deal. Okay, Rin says, catch me on the replay, still having in and outs. Okay, thanks, Rin. I appreciate your help, my dear. All right, so we're just going to keep going. And unless something major happens and I get completely kicked out, if worse comes to worse, we can always just join inside of my Zoom room and we'll figure it out. But I really want to spend some time in talking about and teaching about something that we didn't learn in school. And the thing is that it would have made my life and my business work so much quicker if I had learned this method. And this is a method and a system that I'm going to teach you so that you can actually do things a lot quicker in your business so that you can make more impact in the world that you are meant to make. And you can also, hang on just a second. I'm just seeing some more notes. Megan says, I may skip the live, but we'll catch the replay. It's going out every 3 or 4 seconds, but it may be your internet provider. No worries. Caitlin says the connection is a lot better on my laptop than on my phone. Okay, good. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, great. So this is the deal with marketing and sales and trying to get your business going. Most of us were taught that in order to create a business, what we had to do was try to get a client into a 1-hour discovery session and sell our program, right? Sell our 90-day nurture event, sell our services, and somehow take somebody who doesn't have a relationship with us at all, who doesn't know anything about us, and take them from a stranger into a buyer. And here's the thing, my friends, that rarely works. And what ends up happening is that you feel really defeated, you feel really frustrated, you feel like you didn't say something right, you didn't do something right, you didn't overcome the objection, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And I want to say that if you too are feeling like you just don't love having to do a discovery session where, again, you're giving somebody, you're presenting it as a free 1-hour discovery session where you're going to help somebody get unstuck, but really, you know that you're trying to sell them into a 90-day program. And that doesn't really work well for heart-centered wellness entrepreneurs because we know that what this session is about is actually trying to sell them into something instead of really serving, right? It never felt good to me. It never felt aligned to me. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have conversations with people. I call these clarity calls, but they're not 1 hour. They're at the most 20 minutes. And I only hop on calls with people who already have an experience of me, who already know me, like me, trust me. And so I really don't get on calls with anybody that is not pre-qualified, that already has an experience in some way, shape, or form. So I want to share with you how you can do this too. It's called the Nurture Method, and it's really amazing for heart-centered wellness entrepreneurs who are really interested in letting go of the salesy, slimy sales tactics, letting go of trying to overcome somebody's objections, letting go of trying to drag somebody across the finish line. And instead, you just get to show up and be you and connect with somebody in a way that feels really good and really heart-centered. Awesome. So if that sounds good to you, without you needing to be like, as a matter of fact, it's really good if you don't know sales actually for this method. So if that feels good to you, let me know in the chat. Type in yes in the chat if you want to learn how you get to do this without feeling so salesy and so slimy. All right, so we're going to start with our action guide, and I'm going to talk about 3 core pillars here. And I really want you to understand that these core pillars are really the foundation from which I've built my business. I built my health coaching practice this way, and I've also built my nutritional therapy practice this way. And this really, really works. And it works because we're not trying to convince, persuade, or manipulate anybody into anything. We're simply serving. And so the first core pillar that is a really big value for me, and it's what I teach all of my clients, is a serve first method. And this is where we get to serve our clients and serve our people and serve our community and cultivate community. And help people find solutions and results that they want. Heidi says yes. Kate says yes. Amy says, I am one with that. Amen, sister. When you approach your business with a serve first mindset, what that does is it allows you to get out of your own way and stop trying to sell people or stop trying to learn the latest, greatest sales tactic. And instead, you just get to be a real human being. You get to be you. You get to create relationships with people. And you just get to share what it is that you do and how you can help somebody. And that is all about service. It's all about being very generous. It's about giving incredible value so that people can see how they can create quick wins or epiphanies to actually have the results that they want. So building relationships and generosity is the cornerstone of this method. It's the cornerstone of my practice. It's the cornerstone for what my clients are doing inside of the Activate Abundance program. And it is really, really important. And it works really, really well because most of us are in the service realm, right? We want to help people. We want to make an impact in people's life. We want to create a ripple effect. And we also want to be well paid by sharing our gifts. And so the nurture method is a way that you can actually have a both and. You get to serve, you get to be heart-centered, you get to be really, really generous, and you also get to be well paid sharing your gifts with others. So the first pillar is serve first. The second pillar is the nurture method. This is what I'm going to be teaching you today. And this is for heart-centered marketing and soulful sales. So here's the thing, ladies. I don't want you to get scared about the word marketing or sales. Marketing is only a way to share what it is you do and how you can help somebody get their results. Sales is merely an exchange. It's an interaction. It's about you helping somebody say yes to what it is that they want, and there's an energetic exchange there. So someone will enroll into a program or an offer. But sales, making a sale, is not the same thing as being salesy. I really want to say that. In order for you to impact others really, really abundantly, you need to have sales in your business. And the reason why is because if people are not saying yes to working with you, and if a sale doesn't happen there, then a couple things happen. Either one, they don't show up and they don't see the value because it's just been given to them, right? We all need to have some skin in the game. Number two, if there is no investment there, then it's an uneven exchange. It means that you're giving, and there's no natural energetic exchange there. And that never works well. There has to be an energetic exchange. There has to be a giving and a receiving on both ends. So she or your client is going to give you an investment. You're going to give her your value and knowledge. You're going to give her your value and knowledge, and you're going to receive an energetic exchange in the form of money so that you can help her get what it is that she wants. So when you have a marketing and a sales system, and again, this is a foundational piece of your business. This is something that I help my clients get dialed in, because unless you are already at 6 figures or multi 6 figures in your business, this is what you need to focus on. You need to focus on making sure that you're getting your message out there in a way that feels really good, natural, and aligned to you, and making sales, bringing cash into your business so that you can continue to do the work that you do. So again, this is the nurture event, and this is kind of the model that I teach in the nurture method, is how do we actually give value? How do we share what it is that we're doing with people? How do we do that without feeling so icky and wonky? And I'm going to take you through that, and I'm going to show you the what the nurture method is, the why it's important. And later on this week, if this feels aligned, if you want to learn it, if you want my support implementing the pieces, I'll share a way that you can actually join me inside the next cohort of the Activate Abundance program. Or if you're already at multiple 6 figures, we can hop on a chat about the Amplify program. So pillar 2 is the nurture method. You need to have a heart-centered marketing and soulful sales system. And then the third pillar that I teach inside of all of my programs is a simple, repeatable system, which is the Soulful Abundance System. That's actually my 6-step system. I teach the entire 6 steps inside of my Activate Abundance program. Today and tomorrow and the next day, we're going to talk all about the nurture method, which is your marketing and your sales piece. And Jan's here. Yay. Really good. Natural and aligned messaging. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right. So if you still need your action guide, make sure you go to the very top of the Facebook group, and you'll see a picture up there. Click on the picture. It'll take you to the link where you can register and get your action guide. If you have done that, if you've registered and you still don't have your action guide, please check your spam folder, your promotional folder, because sometimes it gets stuck in there. And if you still can't find it, send me a message, and after I finish tonight's live, I will make sure to send it directly to you inside of Messenger today. Yeah, Valerie says, set the foundation and repeat. Absolutely. We need to set our foundations with a simple marketing and a heart-centered sales system, and then we get that going on repeat. All right. So after the 3 pillars, I want you to turn to the page that says the Nurture Method, the Client Attraction Cycle 101. And this is really what I want to share with you, and one of the reasons why discovery sessions don't work so well. So I want you to take a look at this. When we are in a client attraction cycle, when somebody comes into your world, they first start off as a stranger, right? Now, when you are talking to somebody and you're trying to enroll somebody in your program, if you were just booking a discovery session, you're trying to take a stranger into a paying client, and you're missing a valuable piece that makes your business heart-centered, and a valuable piece that makes it easy for your clients to say yes to work with you without you trying to force, without you trying to hustle, without you trying to drag anybody across the finish line. So what's missing? What's missing is once somebody who is a stranger comes into your world, they become a viewer, which means that maybe they join your Facebook group, but you're able to nurture them and give them value. So in the client attraction cycle, the first thing that we're going to do is we want to attract our ideal client. We want to give incredible value. We want to share. We want to serve. We want to give first. We want to establish a relationship so that people can actually know you, see you, like you, trust you. And that doesn't happen very quickly in a free 1-hour discovery session if someone is a stranger. So from stranger, people come into our world as a viewer. When they're a viewer, they're actually getting an experience of you. So you're sharing with them something. Maybe you're sharing with them a freebie. Maybe you're sharing with them a free Facebook Live. Maybe you're sharing with them something like this, like a nurture event that is going to be happening for the next 3 days, so that people can actually get value and they can actually implement these things that I'm teaching. Your people are going to implement the things that you're teaching, and so they can get an experience, and so they can know, hey, am I even resonating with this person, right? So from a viewer, they go into what we call as a lead. I don't love that name, but that's in the marketing industry. That's where somebody is really interested, and so they're staying in the world. They're downloading some of your freebies. They're sharing. They're connecting, and they know that what it is that you've got is something that they're looking for. And then they can move into a potential client, which is, hey, you know what? I want to learn more. I've seen you, I've heard you, I've gotten your downloads, or I've seen your Facebook Live, or I've gotten your email, or I've watched you in a live training. I really like what it is that you've got. And now I'm a potential client because I'm going to reach out and I'm going to say, hey, tell me more. Tell me more. I want to learn more about the method. I want to learn more about your framework. I want to learn more about how I can actually have a result. And then they move into paying client. So you'll see here that this nurture piece, if you see in the middle over to the right, we've got attract, nurture, and invite. Just attracting somebody is not enough. We want to create a relationship, and we want to nurture the relationship by giving them credible value. And then we need to invite somebody to work with us. But the invitation doesn't happen first. The invitation happens after we actually serve and nurture with value. Then the invitation becomes easy because somebody already knows, hey, I like what it is that you do. I've seen you, I hear you, I resonate with you, and now the natural next step would be for me to work with you. And so you're sharing that in a really comfortable, authentic, organic, natural way, which is amazing. So the 3 steps in the nurture method are attract, nurture, and invite. And these 3 steps are the core components of the nurture method. And this is part of your, again, system that you can get on repeat, a sales system and a marketing system so that you can show up, so that you can attract your ideal client, somebody who wants to hear what it is that you have to say. Before I go into the nurture and the invite piece, I really want to speak into this one piece because many, many new coaches, by the way, I didn't know this when I was a new coach. I learned it much later. And so this is a golden nugget that I'm going to share with you. In your world, typically we see like, okay, there's like my world and there's all these people here and I have no idea how to find my ideal client. I have no idea if somebody really wants what it is that I have to share, right? But here's the truth, is in our world, there's actually 3 different groups of people. So you are going to see people that are liking a comment or saying, I love what you do, but they never buy, right? Those are the people that are on the sidewalk. They are, and when we think about the sidewalk, think about people who are just meandering along. Like there's no real urgency, right? They don't really have a problem that they want to fix right now. Then we've got another set of people. By the way, those are about 30% of the people that are in your world. We call them sidewalkers, right? They're not ready to take action and they are not going to say yes. And really, we don't need to persuade or convince, but that's what a lot of practitioners and health coaches and wellness coaches end up doing is they try to convince the people that are on the sidewalk that they need to work with them. And so it does feel spammy and it does feel salesy and does feel slimy, right? Then we've got people that are in the slow lane. And the people that are in the slow lane are people that are actively looking for a solution. They just haven't found the solution yet. They know that they're struggling with something and they want a solution for it. So whether it is that they're struggling with diabetes or whether they're struggling with stress or whether they're struggling to make money in their business, they're struggling with something and they are actively looking for a solution. They just haven't found the solution yet. That makes up 67% of the people that are in your world. And that's really, really great because those are the people that we want to attract into your world. We don't want to attract the sidewalkers, the tire kickers, the people that don't really think that they have a problem. We want to attract the people that are looking for a solution and that are ready to have a solution. And then we've got people who are in the fast lane. And those are people that are in your world and they're ready. Like maybe they've been in your world for a while. Maybe you've had a relationship with them and they're like, yep, I'm ready. I love what it is that you do. Those are about 3%. So notice that about 3% of the people are ready to say yes to working with you. 67% are looking. They just haven't found the right person yet. They're looking for you. And then another 30% are not ready or willing to buy yet. So if you're trying to attract the right client, then we want to really focus on these 2 places, which is the slow lane and the fast lane. And in order to help somebody move who is in the slow lane looking for a solution into the fast lane who wants to say, yes, I'm ready to buy, I'm ready to work with you, I'm ready to have a solution for this problem, we need to nurture them. We need to nurture those relationships. We don't try to just say, hey, let's just jump on a sales call and let me try to convince you to buy my 90-day program or my 6-week program. We want to nurture them. We want to give them value. And the way that we do that, again, is with what I like to call nurture events. And it is a way that you can actually teach something that you love to teach, help share how somebody can have a solution to their problem, and then naturally invite them to work with you in a way that feels really good, aligned, and authentic. There is no dragging anybody across the finish line here. It is simply attracting the right people into your world. And I teach all of this inside the Activate Abundance program, nurturing those relationships. It's a very high touch, low tech way of doing business. And then naturally giving somebody the invitation to work with you. If that sounds like something that you're excited about learning, type in yes in the comment. Type yes in the comment. And if you're somebody who is a wellness entrepreneur that is ready to get this going and to create a thriving 6-figure or more business, I want you to type in the comments 100K. Type in the comments 100K. And here's the cool thing, ladies. You don't have to be salesy. You don't have to be slimy. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have a major marketing firm. You don't have to have a team. You don't have to give away your free time. You simply get to do what it is that you love doing and teach it and share the ways that somebody can naturally work with you. Amazing, right? Gosh, I wish I would have learned that so much sooner. All right, so I told you about attract, nurture, and invite. So I want you to go to the next page. Valerie's like, yes, we can do this. Absolutely. Roanne says 100K. Jessica says, yes, and 100K. Absolutely. Tara's in for 100K. Andy's in for 100K. Leslie's in for 100K. Caitlin's in for 100K. Amen, sister. And we get to do that and feel fully sourced and powerful and authentic and not sacrifice our integrity, without sacrificing our health, without sacrificing our time, without sacrificing our families, and without feeling like a salesy weirdo, who nobody likes salesy weirdos. All right, go to the next page, and I'm going to talk about the diagram, which says the nurture method. It's the Venn diagram. It's got attract, nurture, and invite, and in the middle, it's got a big red dot, which is paying clients. If you are not getting yeses in your offer right now, then chances are you're missing a piece. All 3 of these pieces need to be present, okay? All 3 pieces need to be present. So this is where I want you to kind of take a look. Hey, Liz, how are you? Oh my gosh, Liz is here. I'm so excited. So I want you to really pay attention here and notice, are you missing a specific piece here? What piece might you be missing? So again, we've got attract, we've got nurture, we've got invite. So if you are attracting people and you are inviting them to work with you, but you're missing the nurture piece, this is exactly what it looks like when we're trying to take somebody from stranger to buyer, right? You're attracting them, but you're not really nurturing them and helping them see how you can help them. And you are making a premature marriage proposal. You're trying to like drag them across the finish line, like, hey, come work with me. Hey, come marry me, right? And there hasn't been that nurture piece. So that is, you need to have that nurture piece in there. You need to attract first, nurture, create a relationship, create amazing value, and then invite. If you are missing the attract piece and you are nurturing people, maybe you're doing Facebook Lives, maybe you're creating content, maybe you are one of those who's like, I'm doing all the things, I'm sharing Facebook posts, I'm sending out emails, I'm inviting people to work with me, but I'm getting no's. Or I'm getting, I can't afford it, or I'm getting objections, I don't have enough time, or I can't do this yet, then what that means is that you're missing the attraction piece. You're not attracting the right client. You're not attracting your ready yes client. What you're attracting are the sidewalkers. And so in order to have somebody say yes to work with you, you want to make sure that you're attracting the right client who is already actively looking for a solution to her problem, okay? Now, if you are, let's see, what's the next one? If you're attracting people and you're nurturing people, but you're not inviting people to work with you, you will not have any clients. You must invite people to work with you. And this is probably where I see the majority of women wellness entrepreneurs get stuck. We feel really, really good sharing and giving value, right? I know I do. I love to give value. I love, 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 love to do these live nurture events. Love it. I love to see that somebody is taking information that I'm sharing, implement it, and actually create results. That's one of the highlights of my day. When a client texts me and says, oh my gosh, I just enrolled 2 paying clients. This was amazing. I love that. And I also know that many of the clients that are first starting out, many coaches that are first starting out, have a really hard time inviting people to work with them. They feel that creating an invitation to work with them is actually doesn't feel good. It feels salesy, it feels slimy. And so without that invitation component of it, nobody is going to say yes to you. Nobody is going to say yes to you because there hasn't been an invitation, and people want to be invited. So in order for you to have paying clients, you must have all three pieces. And this is where the nurture method comes in. This is what it is. We get to attract, we get to nurture and serve, and we get to invite somebody to take the natural next step with us. Now, here's the other piece that people get stuck in, and that is when they are inviting somebody to work with them, they're making it all about them. And we're going to talk about this on day 3, as a matter of fact. We're going to really talk about the client pathway that people go through. But when we are making it about us, when we're making it, will you work with me? And if they say no, something is wrong with me, or I didn't do the right thing, or I didn't say the right thing, or maybe my price is too high, or maybe they won't pay my price, or whatever. We're making that all about us. You're making it all about you. And here's the thing, it's never about you. It's about the potential client and whether or not she sees value and whether or not she's ready to say yes to herself. So we get to stop making the invitations about us, and we get to start making the invitations about helping somebody else get what it is that they want. And I'll give you a quick example of this. Some of you may have heard this story already. If you're a client of mine, you've heard this story already. If you're new into my world, this is such an amazing story. When I was first getting my health coaching practice going, I had a conversation with a client, and she called me. She had seen me do a free talk at a hospital. And she's like, Chris, I heard you talk a couple months ago. I need some help. And she left kind of like a frantic message on my answering machine. She had a flyer that I had shared with her. And she said, I'm 50 pounds overweight. I'm struggling with anxiety. I've got lymphedema and I really need help. Can you hop on a call with me? I'm like, absolutely. I hopped on a call with her. I heard what it is that she was struggling with. I could absolutely help her. Absolutely. And the next thing out of her mouth was, and I don't have a job. And I'm like, okay. If it was only about me, I would have been like, she can't pay me. What do I do with this? What do I offer her, right? If she can't pay me, what do I do? How do I handle this situation? And instead, I got out of my own way and I said, you know what, Chris, this has nothing to do with you. How can you be a stand for this client and what it is that she wants? She wants to lose 50 pounds. She wants to get a handle on her anxiety. She wants to sleep better. And so instead of making it about me and what she's going to think about me if I invite her to work with me, I said, I would absolutely adore helping you. I would love to support you. I would love to help you lose the weight, get a handle on your anxiety, and it's going to take time. So if I was just to say, hey, I can just offer you a one-off session because I was afraid to invite her into a program that would really serve her, that wouldn't have benefited this client. Because there's no way I can help anybody, or I could help anybody lose 50 pounds in one session. Not going to happen. So instead, I made it about her. And I said, I would love to help you. I would absolutely adore supporting you. It's going to take some time. I can work with you in a 3-month experience or a 6-month experience. Now, my 6-month experience was a VIP experience. I was also running my massage therapy practice at the time. And so it included a monthly massage, which was great because I knew I could serve her as a massage therapist with some lymphedema support and helping with her lymphatic system, right? And yet, in the back of my mind was Anne. She said that she didn't have a job, right? Here's the thing. She knew that she needed support and she was all in on having that support. And she actually enrolled in the 6-month VIP experience. She said yes to herself to the tune of $6,500. That was the first time I had ever sold my VIP experience. And I let her make the decision. Instead of me judging what was in her bank account or whether she could afford it or not afford it, I let her make the decision. I said, this is how I can support you. It's going to take some time. I can support you in 3-month experience, a 6-month experience. The VIP experience is this. Little did I know, and she told me later that she actually was going to be starting a new job in December. She gave me her credit card. She paid in full. And that was an amazing experience. By the end of the 6 months, she had lost the weight. She had stopped having anxiety attacks. And she actually got out of a toxic relationship with somebody who lived in Alaska. She was living here in Charlotte. And she felt amazing. And she felt confident. And she felt so, so powerful. Now, I'm telling you this story because what I want you to take away from it is that when we stop making it about us, and when we start making about how we can really serve our client powerfully, how we can be a stand for what it is that she wanted, so that we can actually hold the vision for what it is that she wanted, instead of making it all about whether or not someone is going to say yes or pay my price. What we're able to do is we're really able to help people make a transformation. And so I want to encourage you not to be afraid of inviting. And if it feels wonky right now, that's okay. I'm going to share more how you can actually do it more naturally and easily on Wednesday. Okay. All right. So the nurture method, we're going to the next step. Actually, before we go to the next step, I just want to remind you again, 3 steps: attract, nurture, invite. You put this on repeat. You're attracting your ideal client with some messaging that really speaks to the solutions and the results that your ideal client wants. You're nurturing her by creating relationships, by sharing amazing value. By the way, for those of you that don't know Liz Nicholas here is an amazing mindset coach. Definitely join her Facebook group because she gives you amazing free value. Awesome. And again, attract, nurture, and invite. And those things go on repeat. Alrighty. Now, the nurture method. This framework works best for wellness entrepreneurs and heart-centered entrepreneurs specifically. Why do we need it? So this is where we're filling in the blanks now. This framework works best for heart-centered wellness entrepreneurs who really love to give value and to serve powerfully. Why do we need it? Well, we need it because otherwise we're trying to convince, persuade, or drag somebody from stranger to buyer. And we really don't need to do that. We really don't need to do that. It's designed to create relationships and community. It's designed to create relationships and community. I want you to think about a time when you've actually purchased from somebody. And when you've purchased from them, chances are you purchased because you liked the person, you had an experience of them, you trusted them, right? I know I actually just purchased something yesterday that was recommended from one of my clients, and it was this paleo mix. And I'm like, oh, I trust Megan. This is a friend of hers, so I'm absolutely going to buy it, right? When we create and cultivate community and connections, then we're building know, like, trust really, really quickly, and we're able to see where it is that you can support your clients the best. This allows you to serve rather than be an amazing salesperson. We get to serve first. Again, serve first is the core pillar. How can you give people amazing value? How can you help people, again, see you and know that you can help get them to their next solution, right? It allows you to have, a heart-centered and repeatable process to grow your practice to 6 figures. Heart-centered and repeatable, or simple and repeatable is another one, right? One of the things that I see a lot of coaches getting stuck in is trying to create all of these programs. And they're like, well, I can do this, or I can do this, or this, or this, or this. And I've got all of these great ideas, and yet I'm not really sure which one I should invite people into. And your clients are confused as well. They don't know what the heck it is that you're doing. And they see all of these things, and it's not simple. And a confused mind doesn't buy. So if you're confusing yourself, then chances are you're also confusing your clients. So we want to keep it simple. We want to have just 2 core main offers, and we want to keep it repeatable so that this is something that you can hone, you can master, you can learn, you can put it on repeat so that you're not creating a multitude of different things, but you're actually an empowered leader. You are a leader in your community. Okay. Again, you want to, where am I? Create, number 4, create know, like, and trust of you. Know, like, trust is critical. If there's not like or know, like, trust, if people don't feel that you see them, you hear them, you get them, they're not going to buy from you. If people don't feel like you have a solution to their problem, then they're not going to be interested. Okay? You want to, again, let's see, hang on, I almost forgot what was in these next fill in the blanks. build blank and blank for your community. Great. So you want to build epiphanies and breakthroughs for your community. Epiphanies and breakthroughs for your community, which means you get to, again, do what? You get to share first. You get to give, and then ask. Give, then ask. Give, then ask. It's always about giving first. It's always about showing up first, just who it is that you are. You don't need to be salesy. You don't need to be gimmicky. You just get to show up powerfully as you. You get to deliver valuable solutions that can be implemented to give your community, again, an epiphany or a breakthrough. So again, valuable solutions. Can you give them action steps? Can you give them value solutions that they can implement to give your community a way that they can see, oh, yeah, I get that. I see that. I could actually take this and I could implement this small piece and I can get some results. And you want to turn your community, again, community is what people want to be a part of. You're here, I'm here. I'm actually part of many communities. Many of you know me in different communities, whether it's the Thought Leader Academy, whether it's Activate Abundance, whether it's Launch Well, maybe it's another community that I'm involved in. But it allows you to cultivate and create community, and community is powerful. Community allows people to reach further than they can do on their own. So it turns your community into a powerful group that gets results. It turns your community into a powerful group that gets results. What a community allows you to do is to share information at a grassroots level that allows you to, again, build and create connections and relationships with people. And isn't that what we all want? We want to be part of something bigger than ourselves, don't we? I know I do. And that's one of the reasons why I am always involved or tapped into community. You also want to know what the needle movers are in your business so that you can focus on these daily. This is what I hear a lot of, by the way. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to find my client. I don't know what to say to my client. I don't know how to invite somebody to work with me. You need to know what those needle movers are. And what ends up happening, and I see this all the time, is people end up doing and implementing things that they don't need to be working on right now. You don't need amazing branding photos right now. You don't need a website right now. You don't need paid ads right now. You don't need a course or a membership right now. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go on a rant with this. If I see one more ad or one more person that is telling me that in order for you to create any money in your business, that you need to build out a course so that you can make all these sales in your sleep, I think I'm going to go crazy. Like, it doesn't work that way, my friends. That happens at a different stage in your business. It happens after you've already hit $250,000 in your business. Until you're there, what you want to focus on is 2 core offers that are going to help your clients create amazing results. You need to have a community first. You need to have a community first. So what are the needle movers? What are you focusing on every day? You want to focus on attracting your ideal client. You want to focus on nurturing them, and you want to focus on inviting people to work with you. Those 3 things on repeat. That's it. Not a fancy website, not a Facebook ad, not branding photos, not all of the other crazy things that take you out of the game. Those 3 things. And you want to connect and nurture for long-term success. Connect and nurture for long-term success. Look, some of the people that are going to be in your world or that are in your Facebook groups now, as a matter of fact, they might show up with you and listen to the information that you're sharing over and over and over again. And that's amazing, because every time you show up, every time you serve, you are planting a seed in your community. You are helping somebody see that they can absolutely create results and have a solution to their problem. Tara says, what was number 7? I totally forgot number 7. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. You want to increase, what this does is it increases enrollment into your paid programs. It increases enrollment into your paid programs. And again, that's the part that we need to have, because if we don't have enrollment into our paid programs, then we're still not going to make sales, right? Okay, so today we talked about the nurture method. We talked about what each piece was, and I'm going to go into that more in depth starting tomorrow because I want to keep these kind of short, right? I know 40 minutes short, right? But I want to keep these at 45 minutes or under. So just to recap briefly, we talked about the client pathway today. We talked about the nurture method and why it's important, because if we don't have a way to nurture our audience, then we're trying to drag somebody from stranger into buyer. And this is the missing piece. And this is the piece, unfortunately, that is not being taught in your certification programs. Your certification programs are amazing for teaching you how to help a client, but they're not amazing at teaching you how to build a business and how to actually guide a client along the client pathway. And that's what I want to teach you here over the next couple days. Tomorrow, we're going to come back and I'm going to talk about attracting, and as well as 15 different ways that you can actually organically attract a client. So tomorrow we're going to do that. Definitely come back here. And I'm also going to share with you where you can find your ideal client. Yay! Where are they? I'm going to teach you. Come back tomorrow and I'll be sharing about that. I'm also going to share the next day all about nurturing and inviting, those two pieces. So Wednesday night, we're going to talk specifically about nurturing and what that looks like, and then inviting people to work with you. Okay, there's a way that you can actually serve and nurture and invite people to work with you that, again, feels really, really good. So I'm going to share that with you. And then on day 4, we've got a bonus day. So I'm going to teach you tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday night. And then on Thursday night, come back and join me because we are going to actually meet inside of my Zoom room. And I am going to help you come up with a 90-day nurture plan so that you know what to do and what are the things that you want to focus on so that you can cultivate community. And then I'm actually going to also have one of my amazing clients come in here and share on Friday on how she's used the nurture method to build and grow her practice as well. All right, ladies, let me know how this sounds to you. If you really want to build and grow a practice in a way that feels natural, that feels aligned, that feels authentic, that takes away the chasing after a client or trying to drag anybody across the finish line, please type in yes for me. Aw, thank you, Jan. Such great insight to what it actually takes to build a successful, sustainable, heart-centered business. Yeah, type yes. Type yes if you want to learn more of this and you're going to come back tomorrow. Yeah, by the way, of course, you can absolutely watch this on the replay, but you're going to get so much more out of this. Cool. Kim says, yes, sounds great. Tara's like, great, yes. Kate says, yes. Caitlin says, thank you so much. This is great and insightful. Lori, yes. Valerie says, yes, this feels authentic. Yes. And look, your audience, your people really do want you just being you. You don't need to try to be anybody other than you aren't. You just get to be confident. You just get to be you. You just get to share. You just get to serve. And you just get to invite people to work with you in a way that feels really good and natural and aligned. Leslie says, thank you. You love you. Oh, I'm so good. Marie says, yes. Andy says, I love this review. The more I listen to you, the more confident I'm becoming. Thank you so much. Yes, you are so welcome, Andy. By the way, we get to give Andy big celebrations. She just enrolled 2 clients. Whoop, whoop. Way to go, Andy. Yes. Cool. All right, my friends. I would love to know what piece of this in the comments. Please let me know what piece do you feel is missing. Do you feel that you're missing the attract piece? Do you feel like you're missing the nurture piece? Or do you feel like you're missing the invite piece? Or maybe you feel like you're missing a couple of those. Jan says, amen to you be you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yay, we get to celebrate Andy. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a post inside of the Facebook group. This is your action step for today, is to think about your business, think about where you are, and decide whether or not you feel that you're kind of stuck in the attract place, the nurture piece, or the invitation piece. Andy says invite, definitely. Valerie says attract, missing this for sure. Kim says both, attract and a small bit of nurture. Cool, so Kim feels really good about inviting people to work with her. Awesome, great. Leslie says nurture and invite. I'm quite attractive. Yes, you are. She's my cheeky fin girl. Awesome. Nurture and invite. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm also going to be giving away some prizes this week. So what I'd love for you to do is to comment on the day's action step. Kate says invite, but all components need to be addressed in your outreach. Absolutely, Kate. And Caitlin Morse says attract. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All three. Heidi's like, all three. Help me. Awesome. I've got you, Heidi. Okay, ladies, go ahead and make a comment in the Facebook group under the day one action step. And I'm going to be drawing a name. I'll announce the name tomorrow from one of you who have watched the replay or shown up live. And I've got some amazing bonuses to give away this week. All right, I will see you all back here tomorrow. We are going to dive in deep to what attraction looks like. So for those of you, Caitlin and Valerie, those of you who feel that they're a little bit stuck on the attraction piece, we're going to talk about that, where to attract, how to attract your client, where to find your client, and some ways that you can do that in a way that feels really, again, easy, not hard or wonky or salesy. All right, ladies, you have a great day. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Thank you for your patience with the video being all wonky. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you're watching the replay and you have questions, leave them in the comments and I will circle back around with you. I promise I'll answer them. Have a great evening.